The interesting thing about this particular recipe is that it is unlike any traditional Portuguese biscoito or cookie. Because cookies in Portugal tend to be crumbly and somewhat plain. They're good for dunking. This one is full of a lot of flavor, a lot of lemon flavor, and surprisingly, in a sweet, black olive flavor. To make the recipe, what you do is you take the dry ingredients, which are basically the flour and the baking powder, the salt, the cinnamon, the sugar, and also the black olives and the lemon zest. You mix them all together, and then you take the egg and also the olive oil, and you mix those together. You whisk them together, and you pour the liquid into the dry, and then you use your hands. You don't need any other tool except your hands, and you just keep on stirring it and mixing it all up until it's completely and evenly moist. And then you take off a piece the size of a walnut, and then you dunk it into a bowl of sugar and get it all completely coated. You put it on a piece of parchment, cover it with a smaller piece of parchment, and roll it out until it's the size of about 4.5 inches in diameter. It'll have a nice crenulated sort of crackly edge. And then you do 5 more, so you have 6 on a sheet, and you put it in the oven. You bake it from anywhere between 11 to 14 minutes, depending upon the heat of your oven. It's at 375. You let them cool, and you're ready to go. The great thing about this recipe is it's very versatile and very easy to make. So you can make the dough ahead of time, and just before guests sit down to have dessert, just roll them out and bake them so they get them warm. And I like to serve them sometimes with a lemon sorbet, which is quite lovely, or with tea. Or what you also can do is you can bake them ahead of time and then keep them in an airtight container. You want to make sure it's really tight though, because they can get a little soggy after a couple of days if it's particularly humid out.